Today we're on the subject of fire. Seems to be a hot topic. No matches, no lighters, just me and my pure, primal, intoxicating masculinity. I'm going to show you a few methods. First, we're going to gather some wood. We're going to need 3 types, and no, morning isn't one of those. First, we're going to need some tinder. I already know some of you say, I've already got tinder. Well, it's not the dating app, morons. Tinder is actually our smaller wood, the size of a matchstick and smaller. It's going to catch fire real quick. Dried grass, leaves, anything that catches quick is considered tinder. Then you're going to need some kindling, which is your your average size pieces of wood, but they still catch fire pretty easily. Then your fuel wood, which is more endowed. I mean, slightly larger than your average kindling, which lasts longer for burning. Not anything else. The idea is you get an ember or a spark to catch your tinder on fire. Then you'll grow that fire with the kindling, and then the fuel wood can start burning. Sometimes if your wood is burning, you might need to see a doctor, but that's probably better suited for another video. Now, the way the cavemen did it, hey, we're talking about fire. They would take and they would collide 2 rocks together to make sparks to start their fire. We got our dry kindling base here. Had the wrong rock. Moving on, the other tried and true method is rubbing 2 sticks together. Get that tinder right up against your stick. Takes a little patience. That was actually the slow way. If you take a bow, wrap around your stick, you can go faster. So then we just have to move it back and forth in a long rhythmic motion. Just grasp her firmly. Don't rush it. Things will start to heat up. Then you got to go a little harder. Pay attention to her needs. That's a good girl. Does it get a little warm out here? Oh yeah, the fire. For this last method, we're going to use some flint and steel to try to catch a spark. That's how we do it. Now when you're done surviving and you don't need the fire anymore, be sure to completely put it out. It don't take much. Our Scoutmaster showed us, just remove the fuel first and foremost, spread it out. Then it'll take minimal water, a little bit in your hand. Still have some left over. And to test how well we did, he would take our hand and put it on the burnt wood. And we would know we did a good job because it's no longer hot. If you still have any questions on fire, fire away. Our local flower shop caught on fire not too long ago. It's a really bad florist fire. I was actually going to get a tattoo right here, just a bunch of flames. But I work in too many places that don't allow firearms. I bought some firecrackers once. They must have been expired because they tasted awful. Worst crackers ever. Did you hear on the news about the circus catching on fire? It was intense. That shoe factory burning down was tragic. So many souls were lost. What do you call a wheelchair on fire? Hot Wheels. I got tagged in one of them Thorne Bradley videos by one of my fans. Well, my one fan. Speaking of the follow buttons right there, I'm going to tag the video he tagged me in. You should watch it. It was a real good educational piece on surviving with limited resources. It did kind of answer my question as to why there's so many wildfires in that country. We just don't have the same kind of limited resources here. I should know, I checked. All the hardware stores laughed at me for trying to buy one. So I figured I need to make this video in case you get lost out here in the foothills of the Appalachians. That way you have a chance with the limited resources that we have. And Thorne, buddy, I hope you aren't sore over the Vera Bradley comparison. You gotta admit though, that was a solid burn.